Myth number 1. Sharks are bloodthirsty. Usually we imagine a shark as the ferocious carnivorous monster straight from the movie Jaws by Steven Spielberg. But in reality, not all of these fish devour meat. For example, whale, giant, and pelagic largemouth sharks feed on plankton. Myth number 2. Sharks feel a drop of blood in the ocean for kilometers. Often on the internet you can find the statement that sharks can smell blood in the water for many kilometers, and how torpedoes are thrown at prey. Allegedly, even a tiny scratch, just a drop of blood, can attract them, but this is not quite true. In general, the myth is not without foundation, because most sharks have a pretty good sense of smell. They have nostrils on their noses, which however are used exclusively for catching odors and not for breathing. However, a shark can actually feel blood in the water, but not at a distance of a kilometer. Myth number 3. All sharks are big. When thinking about sharks, most people imagine the great white shark or Carcharodon the predator from the Jaws. In fact, there are 400 different species of these fish in the world, and they are very different from each other in size, habits, and appearance. For example, a dwarf shark reaches a length of only 26 centimeters. In addition, there is a spiny shark about 28 centimeters and an Indian ribbon shark about 24 centimeters. These are peaceful and timid fish that do not pose the slightest danger. Myth number 4. Sharks turn over on their backs before biting. In fiction, you can find statements that sharks turn on their sides or on their backs before they bite. So in the novel 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, this feature was used by the harpooner Ned Land to catch the moment to strike. But this is a myth that can cost a shark hunter his life. At the recommendations on survival at sea for military pilots, experts from the US Aviation University also claim that a shark can bite from almost any position. They advise the victims of the disaster and those who find themselves in the ocean not to rely on her imaginary clumsiness. Myth number 5. Sharks don't get cancer. Scientists have recorded the presence of cancerous tumors in at least 23 species of these predators, including the great white shark. Myth number 6. Shark fins are very useful. A fairly popular misconception said that different parts of sharks, for example their fins or cartilage, can heal various diseases, especially cancer, and also prolong life, increase intelligence, improve potency, and increase any parts of the body that you just want. But this is also a myth. No matter what the proponents of alternative medicine claim, shark cartilage powder or fin soup doesn't cure oncological diseases. Myth number 7. Lone sharks. This is not always the case. Some of them are quite social animals. For example, lemon sharks constantly gather in flocks because it's easier to get food and it's safer to gather. They are able to communicate in some way and even teach each other. Seriously, a fish that understands how it's easier to get food can show it to its fellows. Small lemon sharks accompany adults and learn from them to hunt as well as to avoid other predators. Myth number 8. Sharks attack because they mistake people for seals. However, this is not true, although it sounds quite logical. Sharks often hunt seals and other marine mammals, but do not confuse humans with them. They use different tactics. When attacking, they decisively tear and devour the animal immediately, and people are examined carefully. Here is what experts say about this. Sharks don't bite people because they think they are seals. It's just their way of exploring the world. Instead of touching unfamiliar objects as humans and monkeys do, these predators bite them. Although if a great white shark bites a diver not out of anger but out of curiosity, the victim will not feel any easier. Myth number 9. When a shark attacks, you need to punch it in the nose with your fist. These fish are much less sensitive to pain than mammals, so you have a better chance of beating a bear than a shark. In addition, it's very difficult to harm someone with a fist in the water, even if you are a boxing champion. Sharks tend to be the top predators in their habitat, and therefore they are not shy. To attack first means to provoke the fish to retaliatory. To attack first means to provoke the fish to a retaliatory attack. And a person is unlikely to come out of this fight as a winner. The only thing you can do when meeting with a marine predator is to swim away from it calmly and get out of the water without provoking it to contact. And if she grabbed you and won't let go, it's better to put your hand in her gills. Chances are low, but it can help.